0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. They'll get 17 yards there. And it's good enough for a Tampa Bay first. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
First carry now. This is Hill. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. A stop made by Kamal Ishmael.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, they certainly didn't waste any time throwing some deep passes here. But the defense, it wasn't unexpected. They told their secondary, be ready. You're going to be tested all night by this team.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion.
The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd down.
Yep, they're in the nickel. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to go up top again. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Odell Beckham, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height,
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way.
There goes Jeremy Hill. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jeremy Hill hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for.
This offense ready to head back out there as they'll take over with a little over a minute to play in this first quarter. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets.
There goes Jeremy Hill. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jeremy Hill with Touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed.
The offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tyler Lockett, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism.
And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. And now the Buccaneers offense gets set to head back onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Set. Green, 39. Philly, here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And complete over the middle. Safarian Jenkins. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves to James. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game at Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Second down now after the pass completion.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Here we go now. 3-19. Hey. Detroit.
They'll drop the throw. Looking deep downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. Third down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll look to throw again. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. They'll look to throw now on first down. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now a play fake here on first down. Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Austin Safarian Jenkins His first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails.
With a little over 2 minutes to play in the second quarter, the offense gets ready to take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning.
Let's see if they can sneak one more good play in before the 2-minute signal.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to air one out. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And this Buccaneer offense, they're running away with this one. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's complete to Lockett. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Here we go.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I haven't met a receiver yet that doesn't like to run post routes.
And Odell Beckham Jr., he loves post routes, doesn't he?
He really does, and I think the reason he's so successful with them, as we just saw there, is the intensity with which he runs the route. I mean, even when you know it's coming and you're covering it well, his intensity seems to win the day for him.
It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Buccaneers are showing they're the better team right now and lead big at the end of 2. The Bears will have to make some adjustments before the second half gets underway. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. 3rd down at the 49. The deep ball is on target here, and this 4-play drive goes for a touchdown. The Buccaneers on top by 6. Now 1st and 10. Hill's going to stay inside after the handoff. And he'll take this 75 yards for the score. Buccaneers up now by 13. Buccaneers have it near the end of one. Hill's going to stay between the tackles, and he'd go in for the 68-yard touchdown. That takes the lead up to 20. Buccaneers have it at the 27. Quick pass, and he finds Austin Seferian-Jenkins, and it leads to a touchdown. The blowout rolls on. Now midway through the second. Here the catch is made way downfield, and it leads to a touchdown. That pushes the lead to 28.
Okay, Larry, a fairly one-sided first half as we get set to go in the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Jeremy Hill now gearing up to go again as he marches back onto the field. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's caught, Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll get 19 yards there. And that'll be good enough for a Tampa Bay first down. And with this guy, I don't know that you're surprised when he has back-to-back games like this. He just keeps excelling.
What I like about him is that every year, he doesn't settle for being one of the best in the game. He tries to make himself better. Almost like those great basketball players. I remember hearing about Kobe Bryant wanting to add something to his game every offseason. Magic Johnson, what do I need to work on to get better? Michael Jordan had that fadeaway before his career was over. Those are the best. Even though they're at the top of their game, they find ways to get better.
They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
They'll look to throw here. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And this Buccaneer offense is running away with this one.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this...
And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0.
Here we go now. Green.
They begin the drive with Hill. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Jeremy Hill with his third touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Bucs offense continuing to pour it on. And he keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah, after an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He's got time. He's going to let this one go deep. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good one.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. One receiver left, 3 to the right. Back to throw now on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now let's go.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Odell Beckham with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And this Buccaneer offense, they're running away with this one.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jeremy Hill punching it in from a yard away. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in second and manageable.
On second down, Hill. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Second and inches is oftentimes An invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
A close call here. Did the ball cross the plane? I don't know. From the naked eye, this was tough to tell.
Always difficult when there's such a tangle of bodies around. You're just trying to find the ball and make sure just a portion of it crossed the plane of the goal line.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that, don't know? And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And he just tied the NFL record on that 5th rushing touchdown. He's the 6th man ever to do that in a single game.
And, partner, did you just say that he tied an NFL record there?
Yes, sir.
I mean, we're talking 5 touchdowns on the ground against an NFL-caliber defense.
Is that good?
I'd say that's fantastic. What a game for him.
It really is something we are watching. And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. The play clock's running down. Now a play fake here on first down. And he hits the tight end, Brandon Myers. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back.
Yeah.
He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
And this will probably be the last play they can squeeze in here before the 2-minute warning.
Defense always has to be careful in this situation. A lot of teams like to take a shot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roam now. There goes Jeremy Hill. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. So out come the Bucs now. They take over with great field position. They've got the big lead. Most would say they should kneel it, but the key word there is should. You never know here.
You never know. That's the exact play that should happen. But some people like stats. You know, some people like to put more things up on the board, but kneel down is usually the right play here.
We'll see what they do in this situation. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On the ground, this is Hill. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal. And with that carry, he has done it. He breaks the single-game rushing record.
How about doing it in the spotlight of our game? How wonderful is that to see all those yards accumulated, culminating in a brand new NFL record?
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And that takes us from second to third down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Back to throw here. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bucs, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley.
Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. They'll run for the first time with Hill. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Second down following the run. They're going to look to throw. And Austin Safarian-Jenkins has it. He got 29 yards that time.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got time in the pocket. He's got Evans. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
got a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game. Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Now let's go.
Now back to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate.
All right, here we go.
They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen,
football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. They'll set up to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finding time. Going for the deep ball. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
That's going to frustrate the coaching staff a little bit as they dialed up the deep shot, but they weren't on the same page on that play. Heck, I don't think they were in the same book. I think he thought he was going to do something else, ends up throwing it over the sidelines. Well incomplete.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
All right, here we go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Surveying the field. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dayton Jones coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Looking to throw. He's going to air one out. And this is caught. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They practiced this all week. Pretty clear it paid off there. Threw it downfield, made it look relatively easy.
And it always comes a little bit easier when you've practiced it and tuned things up and you're confident in what you're doing now. They felt very, very good about their plan, and we saw the execution because the confidence of the players was there.
In the red zone this time.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Back to throw. Buying time to his left. And this will be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Stonewalled on second down. Now let's see what they can do on third and goal from the 2. So 2 tries from the 2, and they remain at the 2.
And now I'm thinking RPO, what they call run pass option. Don't just make it a simple run.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jeremy Hill with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on third and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the P. And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well.
Tyler Lockett, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tyler Lockett with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, you see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Odell Beckham, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be...
Football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Try to lay one up deep. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Beckham with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half for your partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Now let's go. Blue, 90. Watch it now, Barney's Barney.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's got time. He's going to take another shot here. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you cross-state to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Buccaneers have cruised into halftime with the lead. The Packers came into today's game coming off an impressive win, but they'll need to turn it around to find their way back in the win column. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Now 2nd and 8, the pass will be completed into coverage, and that connection will lead to a gain of 29 yards. Continuing on the drive, Jackson's going to stay up the middle, and he'd cap off the 9-play drive with a TD. That takes the lead up to 7. 4th and long, Lockett's able to make the catch in traffic, and he'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to the 2-yard line. Later on the drive, Hill's going to look for space, and they cap off the drive with a TD. Buccaneers lead balloons to 20. Now to late in the second, Lockett's got the catch over the middle, and he'll win the sprint to the end zone. That takes the lead up to 20. Staying late in the half, here we get a quick pass and completion. He gone. That puts them on top by 14. Staying late in the half, broken coverage here on the deep pass, and this 2-play drive goes for a touchdown. So that's a wrap for us. We'll head back now to Raymond James Stadium for the start of the second half.
Tyler Lockett now on the return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Packers defense here, they're heading back out onto the field. And despite being down on the scoreboard, this unit, they've had some big-time hits.
Sort of like us at practice the other day. I saw you take a running start at that blocking sled. You took it down.
Bounced off like a rubber band.
No, not at all, but you're exactly right. They are doing their job, but they want to add takeaways to it. You need to have more of those.
They start the second half with Hill. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense. Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh shut it down.
But that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. And they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission.
A good pickup there, a 22.
We all know it's turned into a passing league in the NFL, but that doesn't mean people still don't like to run the football. When you run it that successfully, the offensive line is fired up. What they want to do each and every game is run block. Get out and smack some people. I would say go ahead and run it again.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there.
Now let's go.
They'll run it with Hill. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Jeremy Hill, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Not only touchdown number 2 for him, but a big run to boot. However, still trailing.
Still trailing, but not because of his efforts. Boy, he's playing really well, and I love it.
offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this third quarter. They start the drive on the ground with Hill. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
Here we go.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Let's go. Boo, landed.
The busy night continues for Hill. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jeremy Hill with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. And those 3 rushing touchdown games in this league, you know darn well, those are hard to come by. They're becoming even harder to come by as the years go by, aren't they?
Isn't that the truth? It doesn't matter what you do in terms of game planning. You may be a run-first team, but you're running against an NFL defense. That's some of the biggest, fastest, best athletes on the planet. Hard to do.
So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They come out here in the eye. They go play action here on first down. And he hits his target. This is Luke Stocker. And down he'll go at the 25. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
All right, say it with me now. There are a lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty?
Yep. Wiley?
Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names?
You name it. Has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now look at 56. Look at
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And this Buccaneer offense is running away with this one. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game.
And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 15 yards through the air on a first down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll look to throw now on first down. Incomplete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Back to throw now on first down. He's got time in the pocket. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And these numbers on our monitor are getting hard to believe. He's closing in now right on the doorstep of 500 yards passing.
I'm glad that you watched the monitor and said it first, because I had trouble absorbing that. That's big time right there, right? That means everything just about has gone right for them and his squad in this game. Let's see if they can keep it up.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Finding time. He's going to look deep down the field. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
And now we've at that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is
But
one of our
she's
guys.
singing, too.
Oh, she's singing.
She's on like the 5th. And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Time running out here on the play clock. So offense moving a little too slow there. Could not get set, and they get the penalty.
Delay of game, offense. Still first down.
And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Over.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And got his man complete. They'll get 32 yards there, and it'll give the Bucs a first down. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
We got
That one looks like he'll throw here. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Second down following the run. They'll look to throw here. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? One receiver to the left is Evans. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. A dump off now to Hill. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And this is one of those, Charles, as broadcasters, we dread a little bit. We had to go deep into the stat sheets and notebooks to find stuff to talk about.
I hope you didn't notice, but I was stealing your notes as the game went along. I was like, Brandon was ready to go. Plenty of information. I started stealing from page 15 and 16 before you even looked down.
So for the Buccaneers, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.